What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe podcast. I am Matt Beer. We got a new channel name. We got the intro. We got a little logo, as you can see right there. Very exciting stuff. But you're not here for that conversation. You're here for my thoughts on Sammy Watkins. The Colts had him in for an interview. He came in for a visit. So after signing TY Hilton, do I think there is a chance that the Indianapolis Colts take a shot and get Sammy Watkins? Obviously, back when he first got into the league, his numbers were pretty freaking good. He's explosive. He can give you that, he can give you another, weapon that's going to be hard to stop for the defense, especially when you have T.Y. Hilton playing, hopefully, at a high level. Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell, if he stays healthy, Zach Pascal, so on and so forth. So as the years have gone on, especially the last 2 years, as we'll pull up his stats really quick, which is on ESPN. That's where I'm pulling them up right here. As you can see in the 2019-2020 season, definitely hasn't been the greatest. And really looking at it, outside of his first 2 years, he's really never gotten close to the numbers. Touchdowns, obviously, in 2017, he got 8 touchdowns, but his numbers haven't been the greatest, outside the few years. But to be fair, he didn't play a full 16 games. Like the 2016 year, he had 430 yards in 8 games, which I think is pretty freaking good. But then, the most he played after that was 15, but really outside of 2019, it's been 10 games. So really looking at it, the numbers for the amount of games he's played, especially last year, aren't too bad. I look at that 421, and while I would want it to be more, I would take that. Obviously, you want more touchdowns than 2 if you're going to add Sammy Watkins, but just looking at his stats right now, they're not the greatest. I mean, that's going to be a big reason why I don't think he's going to command a big contract. But if I'm Indy, that's intriguing. That's something to look at. And I think Ballard, was thinking that too. But obviously, like I said, Indy did re-sign TY. TY is back with the Colts. So is there room for Sammy Watkins? Is that something the Colts should still go after? Because clearly he had some interest in joining the Colts. I mean, he went on a visit after all. For me personally, would I take him? Absolutely. It gives you another weapon. You can't have too many receivers on your roster because you got to have those weapons, and you got to make sure you have good weapons for your quarterback to throw to, that even maybe don't play a whole lot. Because let's say the Colts sign Sammy Watkins, and let's say they're going to use him as the 4th option, right? You want somebody who's going to contribute and contribute well in case one of your other guys ahead of him go down. So that's how I look at it. So I would absolutely take him, but it really depends. How much does he want? Because I'm not going to pay Sammy Watkins $10 million like TY. I'm not going to pay him 11. I won't pay him 9. The most I would honestly pay a Sammy Watkins is probably $5 to $7 million. Obviously, I would prefer the Colts to pay him 5 if he was going to join Indy. But really, 7 would be the most I would think is something to pay Sammy Watkins, because really right now, receiver wise, I think we're pretty good. We got TY back. If TY can get to 80% of what he was at his best, that's good enough. You got Michael Pittman, who I think is going to have a big year. You have Paris Campbell, who, if he can stay healthy, is going to be explosive and is going to get a lot of yards. He's going to be used very well, I think. You have Zach Pascal, who has proven he can be a number 2 receiver. He's stepped up in a lot of games. And, like they have DeMichael Harris, and they have some other guys too, like Patman. So really, receivers I'm fine with right now. I would love to add one more guy, which maybe Sammy Watkins is that guy, but right now I think we're good on receivers, so it's not a big need. If we didn't get TY, I think Sammy Watkins would be something I would really want to push for more because Sammy Watkins is going to be 28 when the season starts. He'll be 28, I believe, in June. So he's still younger than TY by a few years. You know, he can be that explosive guy. He has good speed when he can stay healthy. He can catch the ball. He's not somebody who's known to drop the ball, so that's obviously a good thing. But do I think the Colts are going to make a move for him? That's where it ultimately is going to come down to. And for me, I honestly don't see it happening at this point. I think if TY was not in Indianapolis, I think if TY would have went to Baltimore or a different team, then I think we would be in a different situation, and I think the Indianapolis Colts would make a push. But I think now with TY coming back, with receiver not really being a big need, or at least that's how I view Chris Ballard thinking. I don't really see it happening unless it's for that 5 to 7 at the most million a year. Um, and I would assume it's going to be a multi-year deal. I don't think it would be a 1 year deal because why would we do that? I mean, I don't think he really needs to prove himself. He's not going to be a number one guy. He'll be a 3, 4, maybe fifth option, depending on what the situation is in Indy. So I mean, it's not really about a prove it deal to me. So I mean, with his age, 2, 3 years, I think could be a possibility if they sign him. I don't think it's going to happen though. I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't see the Colts going for Sammy Watkins, even if it's going to be cheap. I honestly see Sammy Watkins going to Baltimore and joining the Ravens because apparently he had a good visit there. I don't see it happening in Indy though. Would I take it though? Absolutely. It just, like I said, it gives Carson Wentz another weapon to throw to, which is a good thing. Um, but really, I think Chris Ballard is more focused on who can we get in the draft. Let's look at these final, guys that are in the free agency right now. Who can we get that will contribute? Who are we going to add to the defense? Are we going to go after a Richard Sherman? I know he's 33, but maybe he's kind of thinking about it because Richard Sherman isn't a bum. You know what I mean? He's not a bust or anything like that. So maybe they're looking at somebody like that. They're probably looking at some of the guys that could be used as an edge rusher, and maybe they're thinking, okay, let's add him. I know they added Rochelle, and he might be the guy that will be the edge rusher for the team. I don't know. I do like him though. I don't think he's the greatest defender you can get out there, but I do like him, especially for depth. Um, but I think that's where Ballard is focused on. I don't think he's really focused on left tackle right now outside of the draft. I think he has his list of who he's going to draft in a specific order in, this year's draft. Whether it's offensive tackle, edge rusher, maybe a receiver, maybe Devontae Smith falls to 21. I don't see that happening. But if he does, you go for him immediately. So maybe Ballard has him on the list. I don't know. But yeah, at the end of the day, do I want Sammy Watkins? Absolutely, but I got to think about it in a realistic sense. I don't think he's going to join the team as much as I would like it because, like I said, can't have too many weapons, and it would obviously help Carson Wentz, which really entering a new system, I think helping him is very important. So thank you all for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this, please subscribe, comment below, let me know. Do you think Sammy Watkins is going to join? And watch, by the time this uploads, because I'm recording it a little early before I go to bed, Sammy Watkins will be on the Colts or Sammy Watkins will be with the Ravens or whatever. I don't know. But comment below. Do you want Sammy Watkins if you're on the Colts? Do you think he fits the system that the Colts are going for right now? Let me know down below. Please subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. Do whatever you want. It's America or wherever you're from, whatever country. It's freedom of speech on the internet. So please like this video if you like it. thumbs it down. If you don't like it, please subscribe. Click the bell when you subscribe too, because then you'll be notified when I go live, when I upload a video on here, all that good stuff. And we're going to be having a podcast, hence the name of the channel, Inside the Horseshoe Podcast. So thank you all very much for tuning in. I've been Matt, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.